Ladies and gentlemen, today you are about to witness something. Ladies and gentlemen, today you are about to witness something that most people will never see in their entire lifetime. Imagine holding in your hand not just a coin, not just a piece of history, but a hidden treasure that could change your life forever. A small circle of silver that once jingled in pockets half a century ago now transformed into a fortune so powerful, so jaw-dropping, that collectors across America are fighting tooth and nail just to own it. Welcome back to Hidden U.S. Coins, the most faithful, the most trusted channel where every single day I bring you not just news but shocking, heart-pounding discoveries from the world of rare coins. This is not a game. This is not a myth. What I am about to show you today is real. It is happening right now in America's auction houses, and these treasures are climbing higher in value with every passing day. Today's video is going to take you deep inside the world of Kennedy half dollars, but not just any halves. I am talking about the ultra-rare, the legendary, the most valuable Kennedy half dollars that are shaking the market right now. And we're starting with a coin so rare, so unbelievably breathtaking, that if you ever saw one in your own pocket, you might faint on the spot. Stay with me because I promise what I reveal today will shock you to the core, and by the end of this video you will understand why collectors call these coins not less than hidden gold mines, not less than treasures buried in plain sight. Next coin, number 1. Now, let us step into our very first discovery. The year was 1969. America was on the moon, the world was watching, and the United States Mint in Denver was striking Kennedy half dollars in silver. But hidden in that year's mintage, a miracle occurred. Among the countless ordinary halves, a very few emerged with unique, dazzling characteristics, coins that would one day stun collectors with their rarity. This particular coin, the 1969 with D Kennedy half dollar, carries with it more than just the memory of the late President John F. Kennedy. It carries the legacy of an era, the power of silver, and in this case a mysterious beauty unlike any other. This coin, in fine condition, reveals something extraordinary, shimmering yellow dots upon its silver surface. Not damage, not wear, but a strikingly unique appearance that gives it a character completely unmatched in the world of numismatics. Let's talk about the composition first. In 1969, the Mint was still producing Kennedy half dollars in 40% silver, the last years before America turned its back on silver coinage forever. This silver copper-clad design made the 1969 with D one of the final true silver halves for circulation. Already, that alone makes it historic. But when you combine the Denver Mint mark, the silver content, and this breathtaking, unusual toning of yellow dots across its surface, what you have is something no collector can ignore. So what makes it rare? For starters, the 1969 with D had a mintage of over 129 million. But do not let that number fool you. Out of that massive pile, very few survived in the condition and with the unique traits that turn a regular half into a priceless treasure. Collectors don't just want silver halves. They want stories. They want beauty. They want uniqueness. And this coin delivers all three in ways that almost no other Kennedy half can match. The yellow-toned surface, the preserved details, and the undeniable eye appeal combine to form a coin that is not just rare, it is a prize, a trophy, a collector's dream. Auction houses recognize this, and when a coin like this enters the bidding floor, wallets open wide, and the price rockets to the stratosphere. And now here comes the heart-stopping truth. This very coin, the 1969 with D Kennedy half dollar with the mysterious golden dots, in fine condition, has a current market value of $120,500. Yes, over $120,000. This is not a fairy tale. This is not fiction. This is the reality of today's coin market. Owning such a coin is like holding a treasure chest in your hand. It is wealth, it is history, it is power. And the value is not stopping here. Every single day, collectors are entering this market, bidding higher, pushing prices further. This is not just a coin. This is a fortune, a legacy, a piece of American history that makes you feel like you have struck gold. For those who are new to collecting, here's my advice. Pay attention to the details. Look at every Kennedy half dollar carefully. Check the mint marks. Observe the toning. Search for those unusual features, the marks of rarity that others overlook. Because if you find one like this, your life could change in an instant. So, as we close the chapter on our first coin, remember this. The 1969 with D with its yellow dotted surface is more than a collectible. It is proof that treasures still hide in plain sight, waiting for sharp eyes and faithful hands to uncover them. And here at Hidden US Coins, I promise to keep bringing you these truths, these shocks, these treasures every single day. Next coin, number 2. Now, buckle up because our journey doesn't stop here. If you thought the 1969 with D was jaw-dropping, wait until you see what comes next. We're moving just 4 years ahead into the year 1973, a year when the United States Mint made a quiet but historic shift in its coinage. By this time, silver had been almost completely abandoned from circulating half dollars, and the nation was turning to copper-nickel-clad coins. But among the billions of ordinary strikes, one mysterious variety emerged, and today, it stands as one of the most electrifying treasures of all Kennedy halves. I'm talking about the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without a mint mark. At first glance, you may think, it's just another half dollar. But take a closer look at that missing mint mark, combined with its silver shine brilliance and preserved very fine condition, makes this coin a legend. It's the kind of discovery that numismatists dream about, the kind of error that transforms an ordinary piece into a once-in-a-lifetime fortune. Let's dig into the background. By 1973, the mint was only producing clad half dollars for circulation. Silver had officially vanished from pocket change. So why does this particular coin glisten with a silver-like brilliance? That is part of the mystery, an unusual shine that collectors crave. But the real kicker is the missing mint mark. Normally, Kennedy halves struck in Philadelphia bore no mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco coins carried their symbols. But in very rare cases, either by mistake or intentional oversight, a coin emerged that looked like no other. This 1973 with no mint mark piece is not just scarce, it is one of the holy grails of Kennedy half collectors. Now, let's talk about rarity. Billions of 1973 half dollars were minted, but how many survive like this? Very few. Most were spent, worn down, or lost forever. The ones that did survive either ended up in collections long ago or were overlooked, sitting silently in jars and drawers. But the moment one surfaces in high quality, collectors go into a frenzy. They want the shine, they want the missing mark, they want the story, and they are willing to pay anything to claim it. And here's where the suspense turns into shock. This very coin, the 1973 Kennedy half dollar without mint mark, glowing with silver shine and in very fine condition, is commanding a staggering $118,000 in today's auction market. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $120,000. This isn't just a coin, it's a golden ticket. A passport into the world of elite collecting, where every piece is treated like a crown jewel. This is why I tell you, friends, never underestimate what you hold in your hands. That $0.50 in your change might just be a key to riches. Every collector who dreams big must learn this lesson, examine every year, every mint mark, every shine. Because hidden among the ordinary, there are treasures waiting for the sharp-eyed, the faithful, and the lucky. So what's the takeaway? If you are hunting Kennedy halves, never skip the 1973s. Check carefully for the missing mint mark. Look for that dazzling silver-like luster. And remember, the market is not cooling down. It's heating up. Prices are climbing, demand is soaring, and coins like this are not just valuable, they are treasures that will only grow more precious with time. Here at Hidden US Coins, I will keep showing you these truths day by day, coin by coin. Because this market isn't slowing down, it's exploding. And the 1973 with no mint, Kennedy half proves it. Next coin, number 3. And now, my friends, we arrive at the crown jewel of today's journey. If the first 2 coins took your breath away, brace yourself because this next one is not just a treasure, it is a legend. It is the very first year of the Kennedy half dollar. A year etched into history with sorrow, pride, and reverence. A year when America honored its fallen president by immortalizing him on its coinage. Yes, we're talking about the 1964 Kennedy half dollar. But not just any 1964. This is the elusive Denver minted silver beauty, cloaked in a majestic gray shade that collectors around the world would give anything to possess. Let's step back in time. The assassination of John F. Kennedy in November 1963 shook the entire nation. In an unprecedented act of tribute, the United States Mint rushed into production, creating the Kennedy half dollar in early 1964. For the very first time, Americans held in their hands a circulating monument to a beloved president struck in 90% silver. That alone makes the 1964 Kennedy half-dollar historic beyond measure. But the Denver Mint produced a version so scarce in high-quality conditions, so breathtaking in its preservation, that it has become one of the most sought-after treasures in the entire world of coin collecting. This specific piece, a 1964 with D in fine condition, carrying a mysterious gray-toned luster, is unlike anything you'll find in loose change or dusty coin jars. The silver composition gives it weight and brilliance, while the gray shading gives it character, a look of timeless survival. This is not just a coin, it's a relic of the moment America wept, healed, and honored its fallen leader. Why is it so rare? Millions of 1964 halves were struck, but very few were kept untouched. The silver rush of the late 1960s and early 1970s saw countless examples melted down for their bullion value. Others were spent, worn, and lost. But surviving specimens from Denver, showing this level of preservation, this silver-gray majesty, those are the ones that auction houses chase with ferocity. Every single collector knows, if you have a 1964 with D in prime condition, you are holding a legend. And now, the truth that will make your heart race. The current market value of this 1964 D Kennedy half-dollar silver, gray shade, fine condition stands at an earth-shattering $142,000. Yes, $142,000. That is not an estimate. That is not a dream. That is the present reality of today's auction floor. A coin so powerful, so historic, so dripping with value that to own it is to own a piece of treasure no different than gold bars or hidden gems. This is why collectors say the Kennedy half-dollar is not just pocket change, it is a field of buried treasures. The values keep climbing, and 1964 with D proves beyond any doubt that what you hold today can make you rich tomorrow. These are not small gains. These are life-changing discoveries. Don't take this lightly. The market is on fire, and the demand is unstoppable. My advice to collectors? Never walk past a Kennedy half. Always check the 1964s, and if you ever see that precious D mint mark on the reverse, stop, protect it, and know you may be staring at a fortune. So here's the conclusion of today's incredible journey. We've uncovered 3 Kennedy halves, each with their own story, their own rarity, their own jaw-dropping value. From the yellow-dotted 1969 with D, to the missing mint 1973 silver shine, and finally to the historic 1964 with D gray-toned treasure. Each of these coins proves one thing. The world of numismatics is alive, powerful, and bursting with treasures waiting to be found. And remember, friends, this is Hidden US Coins, the most trusted, faithful, and freshly updated channel, bringing you the secrets of the coin world every single day. If you're ready to keep discovering, keep learning, and maybe even uncover your own hidden treasure, make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, and join me on this journey. Because tomorrow, I will be back with more shocks, more truths, and more treasures that could be hiding in your very own hands.